Hello everyone, my name is Zachary, and today I'm going to be talking to you about art mediums. Art has so many friggin' mediums, I literally don't even know how many there are. I personally have only had the chance to play with a few of them. However, this is not going to be an exhaustive list of them all because honestly, I don't think I can name them all, and that would probably be just a bit boring, and you likely don't want to hear an amateur like myself explain something that you probably already know plentiful about. Today I want to start a conversation about our favorite mediums. What are our favorites? Why are they our favorites? And what drew them to us? See what I did there? And what keeps us coming back to it? So sound off in the comments and let's get started. My personal favorite by far is the ballpoint pen. In short, I find it raw and unrelenting and yet extremely flexible and forgiving. That's of course if I have the patience for it. In so many ways, it acts a lot like a pencil. I can sketch with it and try to find the composition or the blocking of each drawing. I can layer it to create some really dynamic shading and values. And I can really press into those really hard lines that comprise a lot of my ballpoint drawings. It wasn't always like this for me, though. You see, I discovered drawing in a ballpoint pen kind of by accident. Years ago, I was in a year-long discipleship program through my church, and we had done an exercise where we weren't supposed to talk for a whole weekend. And so I found myself drawing in my journal pretty much the entire weekend. It's not like I planned to draw, of course, because all I had was just a ballpoint pen in my journal. And so my drawings initially started as doodles, but then soon became really awesome abstract pieces. And it was through those drawings that really helped me discover the value of a ballpoint pen when it comes to art. For me, a ballpoint pen has drastically improved my art. It forced me to become patient and purposeful with my line work. I just can't feather out, sketch, and erase it, of course. So every single stroke has to be permanent, is going to be permanent, and so I slowly began to train myself to work through those bad habits. Yeah, I probably gained some new bad habits along the way, but we're not going to talk about that right now. I began to seriously love the permanence of it all anyway. As I said, every stroke was visible, which meant that every mistake was also visible. I had to learn to either work around those mistakes or work them in. That meant so much to me as an artist because it's so analogous to the human condition. So often, our mistakes are plain as day for the whole world to see. Instead of feeling badly about ourselves and scrapping the whole piece of art that is us, we can make them a part of the final piece. And so I love that I can see every single stroke of my ballpoint pen drawings. I love looking back and trying to remember how I approached each drawing or trying to deal with a mark that clearly stands out to me. My line work became more purposeful and my shading became far more patient. This is where I found how forgiving it was. If I blocked it out poorly, I found how easy it was to add value to those areas and hide it in plain sight, or leave the attention somewhere else with some of those hard lines I mentioned before. If I have the patience for a good session, I find that I am at my most relaxed. Each time I pick up a ballpoint pen again, it feels like I'm coming home. I feel weirdly safe and secure knowing that I can mess it up and just work it in. It feels good to challenge myself with each new drawing, and I'm always eager to find some new inspiration, which, by the way, I think is the hardest part of being an artist, but that's a conversation for another time. But what about all of you? Is there a medium of art that you particularly love? Maybe you don't like to use it yourself, but love when other artists do. This conversation isn't just for artists or creators, but for everyone. What do you get drawn to? I did it again, see? At a museum or gallery. I want to know. Please sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think of the one I've been doing here, and send me your ideas for drawings or other mediums that I should try. So please like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for my next favorite medium, which will be coming soon. Also, it really helps convince YouTube that I'm kind of worth watching. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next page.